Hey, welcome to Sunday Night Live. This is Tony 2.0, and we've got a really special guest tonight. And I'm going to be bringing him on here in 1 second. I see him in the green room, and we were just talking right before we went live. But I do want to say that this format is going to be a little bit different than our normal Sunday night because usually I go down saying hi to everybody, and I see a lot of y'all in the comments already. So, what we're going to do is if you could put 3 question marks before your question, we're going to open it up to question and answer. So this is really going to be Sunday night HangCon live with AJ. So I'm going to go ahead and bring AJ on, and we're going to talk to him. And so start thinking of questions that you might want to ask him about the event that's coming up, like in 11 days. All right. So AJ, you ready? Give me a thumbs up. All righty, there he is. Okay. Here we go. All right, there's AJ.
Hey guys, how are you?
All righty. So I see. Oh, there's Majestic Hammocks down there. I saw he was in at like 7 this morning in the comment section. And I figured you'd come back. So that's Corey Majestic Hammocks. We're going to be coming down and seeing him this year. I didn't get to talk to him last year, so I kept missing.
Corey's a great guy. Corey is
Oh,
a hoot.
he is, yeah. I kept wanting to get over to see him, and he was always talking to people. I thought, oh, I'll let him keep doing his business there. And before you know it, the weekend was over. It's coming up quick, isn't it?
It is. It is. We were doing shopping for the event today, and I'm going to be posting some pictures on our Facebook page. But we only bought half of the groceries today, and we filled up my entire truck, bed
Oh
inside,
my
everything,
goodness.
and loaded it up to the camp. And we'll do another big push at Restaurant Depot and Sam's Club before the event, and we'll be ready to feed some 500 plus people. So.
Oh my, yeah. So I didn't even introduce you really. So this is AJ Glenn, also known as Phoenix, and then I see right there, Mayor of HangCon. So, yeah, I didn't hear the mayor part before. Is that something new?
Well, that's kind of been like our crew's kind of inside joke. The mayor of
Okay.
HangCon. So yeah.
There you go. No, it was great. So my first year was last year coming down, and I was just blown away by just how organized your group is. You're
Well,
just
thank you.
extremely organized and very outgoing, very friendly. I had a wonderful time. Stitch and I came down and stuff, but I thought maybe what we would do is if you want to just give a little bit of how about a little background of
Okay.
HangCon? Okay,
Yeah.
how it got
So
to be.
HangCon started off as the Florida Annual Hang, and it started off probably around 15 years ago. And that it started off at a location in the Ocala National Forest called Buck Lake. Or there may be a site before that, but they were just growing and growing and growing, and they
Okay,
really couldn't hold the facilities that Buck Lake provided. So then they decided to move to another group site called Doe Lake, which is also in the Ocala National Forest. But when they
okay,
moved, they realized that it was just so big that they wanted to brand it a little bit more than just a hang. So the people running it at the time, they're named the Timber and Gumbo. They decided,
okay.
well, we're going to call this HangCon, and
Yeah.
it just kind of grow from there. When they were doing it, it was only kind of advertised on the Hammock forums,
Okay.
hammockforums.net. So that was really the only outreach that's got, and we would have between 200 and 300 people every single year for there. Um, to make a long, complicated story short, we
Sure,
decided to
sure.
go from Doe Lake over to our current location, which is Florida Sands Music Ranch. Um, and that relationship has been really, really great. In 2020, um, Timber and Gumbo, they were transitioning just to a new stage of their life, and they wanted to go and explore the world and do some crazy adventures on their own. And they said, you know what, if we don't have anybody take this over, we're okay to let it go. But
Mm,
they asked me to come over to the camp because I'd help in little odds and ends stuff throughout the years,
sure
and they
thing.
brought me, and they talked nice to me, and they fed me, and they said, we really like you to take over HangCon. And
Right, right.
I was kind of blown away then. But I had already had my crew per se, that
Okay.
we would get to come out. And so I agreed to take over HangCon in 2020, not knowing in 3 months from there the world was going to end. So,
Right. Oh, that's right. COVID. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so after I agreed to take over this huge event, we had COVID, and but the first year that we ran it in 2021, we had 150 people. The next year after that, we had 300, and we've consistently grown about 100 people every single year since. So, but yeah, so HangCon is the largest hammock hang in the world, and I can say that because we also do one in Denmark.
Yeah, right. Then that was the first time last year because
that was the first time
they had
last
come
year.
over. Yeah, they
Yeah,
came over from.
Yeah, Christian and Lars, and
Yes.
they run the Danish Outdoor Festival over there. And when they originally approached me, I said, yeah, just send me your emails. I'll try to answer your questions as much as we can. Because there's a lot of people that do ask us about, running a hang, because like you said, our hangs are pretty well organized, and which is flabbergasting to me because I am not a well organized person.
Right.
But they said, no, we want to partner with you. We want to bring you on, and so we can help run that event over there. And they brought us over. We did a little bit of classes over there, got to meet some people, and that relationship has been really, really great. But HangCon over here is its own little animal. It's the largest hammock hang in the world. It is at Florida Sands Music Ranch in Brooksville, Florida, and it's always over MLK weekend. So whatever Martin Luther King weekend is, that's where HangCon is going to be. In the entire 15 years or so of the event, we've only had to change that once. And that was just situations beyond our control.
Right.
But it's an event that we do charge a little bit this year. It's like $25, but you get the raffle tickets. But that $25 includes your camping for however long that you stay at the event, and breakfast and dinner for all the nights of the event. And so we provide the food. We also do sell lunches Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of the event, so you don't have to leave to go, because there's not really a lot of things close by to go grab a quick bite to eat. So we wanted to provide that food for everybody, and also it just helps support our event too. But yeah, we've got vendors, we have classes, we've got some pretty special VIPs coming this year, so I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, and we're definitely going to find out more about those things. I do see a question in here. Let's see. Actually, Majestic Hammock. There you go, buddy. How many currently registered for the event this year?
Right now, we have, I want to say, 436 registrants.
Okay.
But we have been kind of getting them boom, 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 boom. And if I look at the past 3 years as kind of a cursor, we could blossom at least 150 more between now and the event.
Now, especially after they see this.
I absolutely.
And then I got a question
from people that stream in, like once they get their time off approved, they register up and.
Yeah, and sometimes it's hard to schedule, too far in advance. Life happens. I always say, you go to bed at night with great plans, and then you wake up in the morning and life happens. So hopefully life happens for HangCon down there. You're going, I can't go, and then all of a sudden, hey, you're there. So Ed's got a question. Right, and that was the next question here. It says, hey, AJ, what time is check-in open? Was that 11?
Our floodgates open up at 11 o'clock on Thursday, the 16th.
Yep. Yes.
There'll be a line down the road. So I do want to talk about registration here a little bit, because we're going to run that a little bit different. In the past, we've had people come into the park, and we have a registration table down by the main
pavilion.
This year, our registration is going to be right up at the gate because I'm hoping, and best laid plans, that our registration will be streamlined a little bit. So when you purchase your ticket, you're going to get a QR code, and this is going to be for everybody in your party. Every person will have their unique QR code, and when they come in, we'll just scan it. We'll give you some information. We're going to have you come into the park, drop off your stuff, and then come back out to our parking lot. So everything will be done at the gate. Our parking lot's going to be a little bit different here too, because Hurricane Helene gave us a little interesting snafu that we had to kind of maneuver. So our parking lot that we've used for the last 5 years is now
really?
It's completely underwater.
Get out. So where we parked last year is because that got muddy, right? The year before.
So it's beyond muddy.
Okay.
It's just water now.
Oh, really? Bring your fishing pole.
Right. The parking situation, when you come into the camp, and if you've been to the event before, hopefully this kind of makes sense. When you come into the event at the registration gate, right to your right, there's a very large cow pasture that we have rented out. And that's kind of been one of our new charges for this year, our new fees that we've had to pay. But we've rented that entire field, so I'm really excited about that. The fact that the field doesn't get turned into a mosh pit if it rains a little bit, and it's actually a lot bigger area for us to hold people. So I think it's a really great addition to the event.
Yeah, so I was hoping to see the cows again. Where are they going?
They'll probably just go to the next field. So it's like two big paddocks. So the farmer will just move those to the next.
Okay, because I am carnivore now, so I was. So if any go missing, because I know homeless Santa is too.
11 a.m. On that Thursday, the gates are going to open. We're going to shut down registrations every day at 8 p.m. So if you're looking to arrive after 8 p.m., come find me or Paul or an event staff that can kind of point you our way. Or if you can't arrive till like much later, and I mean I'll probably be up in the grand scheme of things, but just see someone at the gate first thing in the morning. We're going to give everybody a wristband just so we know that everybody is there that should be there, and everybody can have a good time.
And then the gate locks at night, right?
Nope.
No. Okay. Nope. Okay. Perfect. So I did see here, this was back on 702. So hopefully it said Gene was saying AJ mic volume a little low.
Oh, maybe I can get a little bit.
Because I can hear you real good in my ear, so it didn't affect me at all. But there you go.
About that.
No, you're good. I hope I just caught it quick enough to tell everybody. So Hammock Mountain's got a question. Series. I want to get my question in. AJ, can I fish in the lake at HangCon?
I mean, I'm sure there'll be plenty of. There may be some areas to fish. I have never seen the lake as high as it is. There's a lot of water. I'm sure there has been some fishing going out there. I do know there's a 14-foot gator out there. It's usually a lot farther into the pond that's normally out there.
Right.
Because every year people are like, oh, well, we could kayak that. I'm like, I don't think a pro-life choice.
Right. So Cure for Parkinson's asked, is there disability parking?
There is not a disability parking in our main parking lot. The entire camp is handicap accessible, but we don't have like specific parking like right by the main event.
Designated area. Perfect.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Oh, there's Dick in the Dirt. They're coming over. They're going to be volunteering this year. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Homeless Santa, my name is Matt. Yes.
He will he'll always be drunk Matt to me.
Right.
All right. I've known Matt for a long time. Matt's a great guy.
Yes, very, very, very. He's carnivore too, so we
That
gotta
he
tell that
is. That he
tell that
is.
farmer we gotta look out. Yeah. So one of the things that I also want to do is I know Thursday is registration, and
Hmm.
some people will not be able to make it on Thursday. They come mainly in on Saturday,
Hmm.
and it'll just be the same format every day. You go and you stop at the gate and
Hmm.
register, or show your QR code. But I know classes. There's going to be demonstrations in classes, like Water Boy, and everybody did that last year. In fact, you did the suspension. You did a couple of them last year.
Yeah.
Tell
So our classes this year, we've added a few more, and we've kept a
Okay.
lot of the same ones as well. I'm actually, I want to say, I don't know for 100% sure, but I want to say I will only be doing my TARP class that I do.
Okay.
But however, the person that is doing suspension, he's kind of a pretty awesome hammock guy, Derek Hansen, who
Oh,
wrote the book The
yeah.
Alternative. He probably
Good
knows more
choice.
about hammocks than I do. He's volunteered to help run one of our suspension classes, so he'll be doing that.
Oh,
Um,
fantastic.
we have really seen the need to expand our pot cozy class.
Okay.
So we are actually offering that twice throughout the event. So there's going to be two
Okay.
times. So if you miss one, you can catch the other one. But that seems to be a pretty popular class. It's also
Yeah.
easier for a water boy to do it. Being a teacher, like myself, it's just easier for like a small group format to having a much larger group. So
Right. So that's going to be like Friday, and then it'll do it again on Saturday. Is that the plan?
yeah, it's Friday and maybe Saturday or Saturday and Sunday, something like that. I know it'll be twice throughout the event.
Okay.
So,
Perfect. Perfect.
so we'll have hammock suspension, tarp ridgeline class. We'll have the pot cozy class. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a knots demonstration as well. That I want to say Waterboy is also running because he's
Okay.
like that. Um,
He did the knot class last year
mhm.
too. I remember, and the koozie class,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe.
So he
Yeah.
does
Yeah. Yeah.
something. He just kind of quote unquote retired from scouts. But his
Okay.
scout troop did something called a red rope challenge. Where they
Oh,
had an X number of knots within like 2 minutes or whatever, and they had ranks depending on what color rope that you had. So
yeah.
if you did the 20 knots or whatever that he had within like the minute, you got the red rope. So that was the pinnacle of the knot
Yeah.
ranking ability. So
Oh
so
my
he'll
goodness.
be doing that. So
Yeah.
we also have uh, we will have some wilderness first aid classes as well. Another one of my crew who is a nurse. She's coming down and she's doing a class basically first aid just until the emergency people get there. How to keep yourself alive until the emergency people
Right.
get there.
Okay. That's always important.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
see. And we also are going to have some roundtables. We have this some hammock guy named Shug. He's coming down.
Oh, that's
Somebody
right.
may have
Yeah.
heard of him.
I've heard of
He's
him.
kind of a big deal. So Shug is
Yeah.
coming down. There's also going to be Dave Canterbury and the Pathfinder School. Some of their instructors are coming down doing some demonstrations over in the area that they will be in. Not to mention the slew of vendors. One of our other vendors is running a splicing demonstration as well, some Amstel splicing. Which
Okay.
I mean, if you're a hammock camper, if you have
Yeah.
just one outside skill beyond DIY skill,
Yeah. Yeah.
splicing
Yeah.
still is a really great one to have.
Okay. And now, is that going to be on a schedule of when those things are happening and kind of where they are? Okay. Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
so
Perfect.
our plan this year, we're going to have our schedule out on our website. We
Okay.
are the plan is to have some posters posted in numerous places around camp with our schedule on it, our tentative schedule for the day. And just like we did last year, our plan is to have a text info blast when things come out. So when you come in, you're going
Okay.
to get directions on how to join, our remind.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
whenever things are coming up, or if I need to make a message to everybody, I can just send out a message saying, "Hey, dinner is going to be this time, or hey, there's the pot cozy class happening at the Pavilion in 15 minutes. So that way we can get all that information disseminated as well. So
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, and what time's breakfast?
uh, breakfast will be from at least 7 to 9 every single day. So
Okay, and one of the things that you guys have tried to do for the last couple of years is eliminate the need for so much waste and paper. So, if you are going to HangCon, bring a plate,
yeah,
and
bring
it
a plate. I'll bring. We have a few utensils, just as kind of emergency. But yeah, and
yeah,
that was one of the benefits that happened over COVID. We were trying to like minimize as we could, and so we said,
yeah,
hey, how about just people like bring their stuff? And it was so well received by the community, and it
sure.
was a significant decrease in just microplastic and micro trash that are around camp. You know, we will have wash stations outside of our kitchen that you can come and wash your own plate and wash your own mess kit, and you're good to go. And that way we're not using, consumable paper or styrofoam. So we're just being good stewards to the land that we're
Absolutely.
using. So
Yeah, and that was one of the things that I thought was really impressive last year because everybody forms their line. They've all got their utensil and their plate and their whatever they're going to drink with them, and yeah, like I said, it was just so efficient how you guys have that set up. So big shout out to everybody that's working in the kitchen, and this isn't that these are people aren't paid to do this. This is all
no,
volunteer.
yeah.
All volunteer, and I'll tell you what, they've really gotten it down to a science. You guys, high praise, high praise.
I
Uh,
have an amazing crew. I have an amazing crew, and it doesn't hurt too that the community that we have that come to HangCon is just a
right.
really great community. Like when I look at HangCon, I don't necessarily stress over it as an event that I'm running because it's more of a kind of a family reunion, a family that I know and family that I just haven't met yet. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the key. Just haven't met yet because that was my first year there, and I felt right at home. I
oh
really
good.
did. Yeah, very, very much so by everybody. It was just great. So, Stitch, hey, Stitch, I'll be seeing you soon. You got a question here, AJ. We did have a few questions last week regarding fishing at the lake, whether or not that's available. So I think you did answer that because I'm just catching up the questions now.
Sure.
So, but yeah, I don't. Is it possible though? So we'll just say it's possible.
I would say options are open. If you really
Okay.
want fishing, there's some other probably better spots to go. I know one of the things that we are doing on Sunday. There's going to be a group that is going to go kayaking
Yes.
in the Chasowitska area. Which if you are interested in seeing manatee, that is the place to go. Because one of the good things about that area and actually where I live is there's a lot of natural springs in the Crystal River, Homosassa, Chasowitska area. And
Okay.
when the temperatures drop, like they are now with this polar vortex coming down,
Oh, right.
a lot of the manatees will come into the springs because the Gulf temperature drops so much that the natural springs stay 72 degrees all year round. So they come in there and they huddle, and there could be hundreds of
Wow.
manatee in that natural spring. So,
Oh
but
boy.
I would say definitely there would be some better fishing on that route versus
Right. Oh,
the
catch
pond or
humanity.
the
That would
lake
be
at the camp.
good. So, but speaking of that kayaking trip, if people want to go, they can register there for that, or just give. Who's the outfitter that's doing that? Is
There's
there?
Chasowitska. The Chasowitska boat launch
Okay.
is where they go and they can rent the kayaks, canoes, however they want. And it's not that bad of a price.
Okay.
I also have another guy that kind of does some rentals as well, and I might reach out to him see if I can have some information there at the camp as well. But that you
Yeah.
can get if you bring your own, that's fine. But if you do need to rent them, you can do them from the Chasowitska boat launch.
Okay. Perfect. And that happens Saturday. People
Sunday,
go back.
Sunday,
Oh, Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah. Okay. Something Saturday or Sunday. Is there a hike too?
Yeah. So there's a group. Suncoast Outdoors. They do
Okay.
a guided hike on the section of the Florida Trail, which is the longest continuous single state trail in the country. And they do a hike through, I want to say, the Withlacoochee area, which is a really pretty hike. I'm not too sure. That's either on Friday or Saturday. That might be on Saturday morning.
Okay. Maybe that's the
Uh,
one I was thinking of.
so you have hiking, you've got kayaking. If you are a biker, there are plenty of. There's the Withlacoochee Trail, which is an old rails to trail that I've actually done down and back. It's about 50 miles one way. So that's a nice, great ride that you can do. There's also plenty of single track trails around. And then probably about a little bit an hour north of us is Santos State Park or Santos area. And that's probably got some of the best mountain biking trails in Florida. So if you're a biker and you want to take out some mountain biking trails, definitely check out the Santos area.
Yeah. So Matt's got a question here. It says, AJ, going to do a live Hammock Hangers podcast this year.
I would love to. I think that is the plan in some capacity. We always have like a big plans to getting so much recorded on HangCon, and then HangCon happens. That I'm pulled here, there, and everywhere. But we've added about 5 more people to my staff this year, and I'm hoping that frees up a lot more of AJ gets to be Phoenix more, and do a lot more of the recording and stuff there, because I definitely want to get quite a few episodes recorded, and that live episode is definitely on the top part of my totem pole of priorities. So
yeah. So maybe a lot of viewers on here right now don't know about your podcast. You want to just say a little bit about that?
Yeah. So Paul and I have been doing a podcast for it's been a numerous years now. We're up to episode like 87, 88 now. It's called the Hammock Hangers Podcast, and it's a podcast directed solely at hammock camping, whether that be hammock camping, backpacking, on bike packing, on car camping. And we interview each other a lot of the time. Yes. Our next episode that will be coming out actually that Friday of HangCon will be a conversation that we had with Derek Hansen, which will be at HangCon on his new book of the Hammock Hangers, or the Ultimate Hang 3.0.
Okay.
So that'll be his 3rd edition.
I'm 2.0.
And we're excited about that.
Right. I'm looking forward to meeting him.
Oh, Derek's a great guy too.
We
will be interviewing Corey from Majestic Hammocks.
Perfect.
At HangCon. And that will happen, and I hope he's still there so he can hear me saying it, and everybody can hold Corey to an accountability that Corey agreed to be interviewed at HangCon.
Right. Okay, that'll be perfect. Hey, I can film a little bit of that while I'm there too. Yeah. So with speaking of vendors, last year you had I was impressed with how many vendors that were there, and accessible they were. I mean, owners coming down, because there's a lot of cottage companies and things like that that are they've been hikers, and they still are, but then they've transitioned into making hammocks and hammock gear and all kinds of gear. You want to give us a little bit of highlight of maybe some that will be there?
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest cool things about HangCon is it's not just some like event that you go to and go through an expo hall. You can sit down and have a conversation with. You can sit down, have a meal with. You can sit down, have a conversation around a fire with the actual person that is putting needle to thread with the gear that you're going to be using. It's a lot more personal thing. You can actually touch the gear that you're going to spend, maybe $5 on, or you might spend hundreds of dollars on it. So yeah, we've got a slew that are coming in. I'm probably not going to get all of them because we do have a lot, but 803 Outpost Coffee, they'll be there. Great coffee that I usually take a lot when I'm camping out. Our very special guest from Norway will be over. Hammock with their Hammock Dromore will be there. as well. Let's see. We have Artistic Memorial Designs, which is actually Paul's company, and he will be selling all of our HangCon branded merchandise.
Okay, so I ordered a shirt.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's got some really great designs cooked up,
they are.
some really cool products that he's got. He bought a few toys that he's playing with, and the
Okay.
toys have made some really, really, really cool things. So you'll definitely want to have to check out that
Oh,
booth.
definitely.
Let's see. Batch Stoves will be back. Make some great backpacking stoves. Let's see. Cajun Outdoors will be there. Cajun or Barry Garibaldi. He actually represents numerous companies within the hammock world. So he'll have a slew of different stuff from various vendors to showcase.
Was he there with? Did he? I guess he also reps. He was part of Yobo Gear too. Like he reps them
Yes,
as well.
he does rep them.
Okay.
Reps Yobo Gear, Tensa, Superior Gear,
Hmm.
Walhalla, and a few other ones. Now those vendors, a lot of those will also still be there
Also,
as well.
yes.
But definitely check out Barry. Especially if you got questions on stuff, he uses this stuff constantly at different hangs, so he's a
Yeah.
very knowledgeable individual. Let's see. We have Dream Hammocks. Papa Smurf will be coming down. He'll be there at the event. They won't be setting up a booth, but Randy will be down. Obviously, Dutchware, one of our
Yeah.
OG hammock supporters, Dutchware and his crew will be there as well. Let's see. Fire and Ice Outdoors, Flip
Okay.
Fuel. Let's see. Hammock Gear. Adam from Hammock Gear will be coming down with a
Okay.
bunch of quilts. Hang Tight will be there. Steve Hazel makes some really great budget top quilts and underquilts. Hanging High Hammocks, which I want to say that Rewild is a big fan of their gear.
Yeah. I got one of his hammocks as
Okay, yeah, yeah.
well. I liked it. Yeah. I did a
Trevor's a
little
great guy
review on it.
too, and being a
Great guy.
native Virginian, I got to give Trevor a shout out.
Right. Right.
Haven Tents will be there as well. Let's see, Heavy Threads, which is a backpacking manufacturer, they'll be down.
Okay.
Let's see, Jack's Better, another one of our really great quality, kind of the original Hammock Hangers underquilt will be
Okay.
there. Let's see, Lightheart Gear, which is actually the maker of the hoodie that I'm wearing right now.
Okay. Oh,
So
nice.
it's kind of been kind of an unofficial HangCon uniform that you kind of showed. Lightheart fleeces. They're really great. They're really great. Let's see. Hopefully, I will not. Obviously, Corey from Majestic Hammocks. He'll be there with his monstrosity of a hammock setup. You should definitely check out his hammocks. They're really quality and more comfortable than any gathered in that I've been in.
Real quick about that is I didn't get to lay and check that hammock out last year, but I was at other vendors' booth, and the vendors that were there were going over and coming back with a hammock, and going, I just have to have one of these.
Oh
So
man,
big shout out.
I
I'm
don't
looking
know
forward
what
to it.
witchcraft Corey is putting into those hammocks, but it's a pretty special thing that he's doing. Let's
Yeah.
see. My buddy from North Carolina, Mike D's Barbecue. He's going to be helping out with the barbecue there, along with another gentleman. But he'll be set up with possibly some sauces and some rubs that he does from his restaurant
Okay.
in around Durham, North Carolina.
Oh, nice.
Let's see.
And will he have stuff for sale too, as far as food wise goes?
He won't have anything for food, but he's helping us maybe make some stuff that we're going to be selling for lunch.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
And who knows? Mike might just he's going to bring his smoker, and so he might just be kind of running that too. So
There you go.
let's see. We got Mr. Mox is coming down as well. Let's see.
UGQ.
UGQ, yeah. UGQ will be coming down. We're gonna have Shug coming down as well. UGQ is coming out, and they've got they might be doing some podcasting as well. So definitely check over and see that. UGQ, I've heard they're bringing a bunch of their stuff to sell. Their Quillos and their Scully. If you've never seen the Scully, they're the down beanies, and they're hands down my favorite thing to keep your head warm. It is a great piece of gear. I've got a top quilt that is coming from UGQ that I'm really really excited about. Let's see. We have Story Leatherworks. They're going to be there. Let's see. So, Danny from Superior Gear. He's going to be there as well. And a few other ones. Tensa Outdoor. They're going to be there, kind of set up and talking to people about the Tensa 4 stand as well as some of their other stands they're doing. And Derek Hansen with the Ultimate Hang, Dave Canterbury and the Pathfinder School. And let's see. A few other ones. The Walhalla Gear. Jason makes some really great bags and some really great tarps and some really great hammocks. He has a setup over there that he has a lot of really great things at. And I've got a few other ones that I'm at. Oh, and Cal and Kristen from Yovo Gear that makes some really, really crazy witchcraft-esque hammock stands that they'll actually be releasing their new version of their stand, their Cricket 2.0 at HangCon. So if you're looking for a stand,
I like that.
Yeah. And while I'm on the topic of stands, they will have some to sell. But if you're coming to HangCon, and you want the flexibility to set up no matter where you're at, I'd bring a stand. The stands are the really best opportunity for you to be close to the action. Not to mention
I was going to say last year was the first time I ever saw a stand, and I was amazed at how many stands were there last year, which really was pretty impressive. A lot of people bought stands while they're there as well.
Yeah. And they'll have a lot more to sell this year.
Okay.
I would say, as far as just a hammock conversation, I would say hammock stands are probably some of the biggest innovation that I've seen in the last 3 years within the hammock community. Like big steps in improving that experience. So, but yeah. And there's plenty of other DIY options for really great stands as well. But yeah, if you got a stand, I'd bring it.
Right. So I know the flea market.
Mm-hmm.
You want to touch on that a minute?
Yeah. So this is something we've done for a few years. I know I do. I'm not really good about getting rid of it, but I'm sure you do have gear that you're just like, I'm just not using this anymore. And so I would love to invest, in new gear. So we are going to be doing the Hammock Hangers Flea Market, where we're going to set up where people can bring gear that they want to sell. We'll have a form for you to fill out. You can fill out the description of what it is, the price that you want for it or best offer, and you can put your contact information on there. And you can leave. You don't have to stay up there with it. You can just leave it up there. We've never had any issues with any stuff walking away. Knock on wood. And people can come up and look through and say, hey, I want this hammock or I want this tarp. They can call you. They can just Venmo you right there. And
right there,
you'll be good to go. It's a really great way to not only get rid of gear that is just taking up space in your garage, but it's also a really great place to pick up some really quality, slightly used gear at a really great price too.
Which means get there early.
And there's people that are bringing stuff in constantly throughout the event. So don't just check once and say, there's nothing there that I want. Keep checking because there's a flow of new stuff happening all the time.
That is true. Yeah. And that's usually up on the stage under the pavilion. Okay, so probably same place this year again.
Yeah. Yep.
Perfect. I wanted to say thank you so much, Kitchen Witch, for that $10 super chat and save a cow, take some bacon to HangCon. Oh, that's great. Thank you, Tanya. All right, so I'm going to just continue to scroll down here and just see what we got. Shug and Canterbury. Yeah, that's going to be really cool. So that's Is that the first time both of them have come? I know last year Suge was having that throat surgery,
Right. Yeah. So
and he couldn't talk leading up to HangCon.
right. Yeah, Shook for us has kind of been like a white whale, uh, in a way. I totally get.
I
He
see.
says like I am a an outgoing introvert, and I can totally relate to that. And we actually met each other at HangCon Europe this year, and he was just such a great, genuine guy, and I don't know, there was just something that happened over there that he just like I'm fully taking on the who I am in the hammock community, and it's just been really really. And he's like, you know what, I'm coming to HangCon this year. Like he said,
That's
that's
perfect.
what he's
Yeah.
gonna do. And I'm really excited for people to meet Suge, just because there is no alternative different personality. Like Sean Emery is
Right.
Suge, and he's
Right.
such a great genuine individual, and he's going to be a for everybody, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just such a wealth of knowledge and just very well known in the community. And I've Stitches shared with me because I'm just only new to hammocks
Hmm.
3 years now,
Hmm.
and Stitches kind of given me a little bit of background about Shug, and I got when I first was getting into it, I was on here, and everybody was saying, "Go check out his channel, and he'll show you how to do it in
Yeah.
a fun way." And I really fell in love watching his videos, learning different things. And he's got a way of presenting which is really really good. And so anybody intimidated about hammocks, go watch Shug.
Go
Yeah.
watch Suge. Absolutely.
Yeah. So how much for the are the lunches, Cure for Parkinson's asks?
The lunches are going to be, I want to say we set the prices like $8, and $8 will include a hamburger or a hot dog and chips and a drink. So you get the whole package for, I want to say it's $8, around $8. We might have some specials running that it might be something special for it might maybe 10. I know our kitchen has put together this really great bacon jam that they put on some hamburgers the last couple of years. So be sure to check that out, and we'll have some other stuff there as well. So I would say in the ballpark of $8, give or take a dollar or two.
Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, we got a question from JP. Says, how can someone volunteer to work the event? I know you guys call. Hey, if we need help in the kitchen doing dishes, because that's a big thing at the end of it.
It
So they'll
is. It
always be
is.
announcing.
So at the end of all of our meals, the best way is to wait for us to call for volunteers for dishes at the end, as well as sometimes before the meals start. We'll be asking for servers so they can come in. So for one, so our kitchen staff can actually eat. And
Right.
to take a little bit of work off them as well. So that's probably the best way to volunteer for the event. Um, we in the past we have had some people come in some earlier, but we've just gotten to the point where we've become a very well-oiled machine.
Mhm.
So as far as volunteering for the event, that's probably the best way to help out is with serving of meals or cleaning up afterwards.
Right, right. Yeah, in the meal line on Thursday night, that's one of the things I realized. It goes like a part way back the pavilion, and then Friday night it's a little further. Then comes Saturday, which is the big night.
Right.
It's all the way past the
We're snaking
pavilion
through
out in the
camp.
woods near the cows. So, do you want to talk a little bit about the auction and the raffle?
Oh man,
Not
our
auction,
raffle
but
is
raffle.
crazy. So
Yes.
we raffle off approximately between $10,000 and $15,000 worth of gear at HangCon. And in the past, we've had up to 6 large banquet tables completely packed to the gills with gear that we are raffling off. And that's really the magic that makes HangCon possible, and for lack of a better term.
Right,
Um,
right.
so the event itself is not free. It's not free for us to put on. We spent a pretty hefty chunk of change, and the way that the event is really funded is through donations and raffle ticket sales. So we just finished up our early bird raffle ticket sales, but you'll be able to purchase raffle tickets at the event as well. So that will be tickets are $5 a piece, or $20 will get you 5 raffle tickets, or $100 will get you 40 raffle tickets. I want to say I think that's the special
breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure Paul will let me know if I got it wrong.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we do that Saturday night. So after dinner on Saturday night, we will set up the things, the entire raffle to go. And we usually have done in the past, we've done in tiers. We have tier 1, which are our lower cost things that we kind of go through. Then we do then we go into tier 2 and we draw that. And then all of the numbers we put back in, and then we do tier 3. Now, tier 3, we run a little bit different. Tier 3, we're going to draw numbers. And if you win something in tier 3, you can't win anything else for the rest of the raffle. That way, our really big ticket items, we're really focusing on spreading the wealth through the community. So
right. Yeah. So, and will it be like last year where the first 2 tiers kind of walk up and you pick out what you want? And then tier 3, which is the big ticket items, will that be, because I know you had the vendors come up and talk about them a little bit.
We're not going to have the vendors coming out and talk this year. We are talking about doing kind of a vendor roundtable at some time at the event as well. So for people that have specific questions for the vendors, having them come on stage and say, hey, we've got some questions about this particular hammock. They can answer that question. We haven't finalized that thing, but that's kind of what we're looking at doing.
Right.
The tier 3, we're going to run it a little bit different than we did last year. Basically, we're going to run it the way we did 2 years ago, where you draw your number, you'll be able to come up and pick which piece of gear that you want, and then go out. So it won't be for an individual wrap thing.
Okay. Oh, good. Yeah. I hope I get my number drawn.
Did you win anything last year, Tony?
I did. It was tier 1. I had gone up there, and so I'm One Wind Hammock. I saw that they had sent a couple coop gift certificates. So I was going to grab a dehydrated meal, and I thought, you know what? Let me grab a One Wind thing, because then on my Sunday Night Live I could give it away. So that's what I did. I had 2 of them, two $50 gift certificates, and we gave it away a couple weeks when I got back on a Sunday Night Live, which was really cool. Let's see. Ed's got a question. Hope I didn't jump over one. I don't think I did. All right. So just a tip, first timers, if you're in the primitive area, that sounds good. Make sure you plan on getting back to your camp in the dark, such as GPS or all trails. So that's the other thing. Let's talk maybe a little bit about the layout, because I know the lakes there now.
Yeah. The layout is a little bit different, and the hurricane did take down probably about 20 or so trees within the main area of the campground as well. There's still plenty of trees there, but some hang options may not be there if they were there last year. So it's one of the reasons why we're encouraging people to bring stands if they want to be in the main area. So the layout of camp, when you come in through the gate, to the left of the gate is going to be kind of the main area of the camp. That's where all of our vendors are going to be set up. That's going to be where our main pavilion, where all of our talks, where all the lights, the brights, the fireworks. Well, maybe not.
Right.
But campfires will be.
You never know.
I mean, the guy that our floor hanger that does our campfire, he does some pretty spectacular builds.
Yes, he does. That is fireworks.
So they tend to get bigger and more elaborate as the event goes on. So I know I've heard some talks of some of the ideas that are rolling through in his head. So be sure to check that out throughout the event. Now, that's where our bathrooms are going to be. That's where our bathhouse is, where they have showers. So even though it is a campground, you do have full facilities there with hot showers there in the main area of camp. Now that area does fill up pretty quick with people, especially if you do not have a stand. There is on the main road to the right side of the gate is a very large primitive area that is open for camping as well. The only other caveat to that did receive some damage from the 2 hurricanes that we had come through. So again, if you've been there in the past, it may not look exactly the same, but it does get pretty dark back there because there isn't any lights, which is one of the things that I encourage people. If you like a dark place to camp, that is the place to go. The main area is pretty darn bright.
And people are coming for breakfast in the morning to go make the breakfast for everybody. What time does that? You guys are in there early. I mean,
I am not in there early.
Right. No, I know.
I've got a great crew, but Travis, our Captain Carry-On, he starts probably prepping for breakfast around 5 a.m. so that can get started going. Around 7. So 7 to 9 is usually our breakfast times.
Yeah, I slept through breakfast the one morning.
I usually do too. It's fine.
It's like Stitch was already down 8, came back, and I was editing at night, and I don't think I went to sleep until like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, maybe 4. Yeah. So, but yeah, how far up does the primitive area go? That goes.
Oh, it goes back a good little bit. It goes back.
Yeah.
I want to say that's like 40 acres or something like that.
Really? Oh, wow.
It's a big area. It is a very, very big area.
Because even though there was a ton of people there last year, it just never seemed like that many. I'm like, where is everybody at? And they really fill up that area up there. Yeah. I did walk up there a little bit last day because with the stroke I was having a lot of struggles there, but couldn't walk too far. But there are 2 bathrooms, so that second bathhouse and shower area is closer to the primitive area,
correct?
Away from the main pavilion. Yeah. Perfect. Oh man, I'm looking forward to it. All right, I'm going to scroll for some more questions.
Sure.
So is there permethrin? Is that going to be there again this year?
So unfortunately, Sawyer was not able to donate some permethrin for us. However, we do have a plethora surplus. So we might be giving some of that away. We might be giving some in the raffles as well. If you volunteer to help clean up some dishes, sometimes we might throw some permethrin your way.
Right? Yeah, because I remember last year after the event, there were still cases and cases, like pallets of it. So they're like, oh, where are we going to put all this?
we're good on permethrin for a while, but
right. I think I've got a little left. I could bring some down if anybody needs any.
I got a few cases in my garage.
Right? I'll come over and get sprayed quick. Yeah.
One other thing that I definitely wanted to point out. So when a lot of the questions that I get are, what type of gear do I need to bring? Like, what type of temperatures am I planning to camp in? So when you're looking at gear to bring down, looking at the temperatures right now, we're looking at 60s during the day and low to mid 40s at night. That may change within the next 10 days or so. But just as a rule of thumb, I tell people to say, hey, if you've got a 20-degree set, a 20-degree top quilt or under quilt, plan for at least 20 degrees, because there's always that chance that we have one night where there's a cold snap and it could drop into the low 30s. So I would say don't try to be a hero and say, well, I'm just going to make it with a 20. You might be fine. However, just for the sake of your comfort, if you've got a 20-degree, bring a 20.
Yeah. So that was the other thing too, is there is stuff for sale.
There is stuff for sale, and we've got some really great vendors that have some really quality stuff. Like we talk about UGQ. UGQ makes the beanies. They make the quillos. It's a very versatile piece of gear that you can use for lots of different things. Plus, they make kind of one of the best top quilts on the market, in my opinion. They also make really great under quilts as well. They have a lot of different crazy designs. Chad with UGQ, their Instagram, if you want to check out some really cool looking quilts, UGQ does some really amazing custom work. We also have Jack's Arbretter coming down as well. They've got a various selections of quilts for different types of uses and temperatures. They've got some that are super ultralight. They've got one that you can use as a top quilt or an under quilt as well.
Really? Wow. So last year, UGQ, they released something new. So there's probably going to be some new releases of products that
so
haven't been seen before.
Yeah, so HangCon is usually notorious for a launching platform for new gear for the rest of the year. I know there's been a lot of product development coming out of Dutchware. He usually releases some good stuff. I know Yobo Gear is going to have some really, really cool things there.
Yeah.
I think Chad's got some stuff cooking, and I'm sure there's other manufacturers that have some stuff. So HangCon really is the place to not only check out gear that has been out on the market, but to see the latest and greatest from all of our manufacturers as well. So,
right. Yeah. And there's going to be, time to even, as you're walking around or talking to different people that maybe have some gear that you're kind of curious about, but you don't know if you're going to like it, and you don't want to invest in something that you're not going to like. So everybody is very open. If you see somebody has something on their hammock, that's what they use, and you're looking at it going, how's this working out for you? They'll even let you, touch it, lay in it, do all kinds of things. That's the one thing that I have found out now that I've been to Maha and then North Carolina Hammock Hangers down there, is everybody, the community is just amazing how, you get to learn from somebody that's using things, for a while, and they've settled on that and they've become an expert on it. So yeah, you get to see a lot of different setups and a lot of different things.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard sometimes to just see, like, when you're ordering a piece of gear online, like, what's the difference between this Hyper D fabric and this Hexon fabric? Like, you can't really see that online, or like feel how that would feel on your skin. But to be at a hang, you can actually touch it and feel like, hey, this is something. This is exactly what I want, or oh no, this is not what I want. Before you've actually bought it, so it's really great.
Yeah. So I just posted I saw, that must be Paul. Is that Paul jumping off?
Paul.
Yeah. Hey, Paul. So, Skunk Ape, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, speaking of, I just, that's you guys' Bigfoot term.
Yeah. So the Skunk Ape is the Florida equivalent of Bigfoot. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if you saw my last video, but I was out in the woods and there was knocking. I like, first time I was ever going to think of really bailing. I'm like, oh, wait, that's because I had never heard a noise like that multiple times in the woods before. I tried to, like, oh yeah, it's just the wind, but in my mind, I've heard wind in the trees.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Gator chomp. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to be taking chomps too, which is there's I gotta say hi to my honey. Oh, Lisa's mom's birthday is today, so happy birthday, Barbara. Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking for question marks to jump out. So what's one thing that maybe I didn't cover that you can think of that you'd like to share?
I would say so. Everybody like looks forward to the Saturday night raffle. It's like that big, the pinnacle of the event. I would say my favorite night for HangCon for me is Sunday night. Have a lot of people that have kind of moved out, or that have had have long drives home, so they usually leave that Sunday. So that community that you get on Sunday night really is at the concentrated magma of the community, and it's just something just really special about that night. And we're singing around the campfire. We're telling stories. We're seeing what crazy fire contraption that Juan has put
Right.
together. And it's just, for me, like after that last number is called in the raffle, the landing gear for me can come out. It's like, all right, no one died, and
Right.
But,
Yeah, and speaking of the fire, he's an artist when it comes to building fires. That was and they keep getting different each night. So it's not like, oh, you just throw a log on it. we got top down fires, these big old chimneys and all kinds of stuff. Just it's really, really great. And I hope to capture a lot of that stuff on video. I'm really not sure how I'm going to film it this year, but being there last year gives me a lot better of an idea of how I'm going to do things, because last year I did 4 different days. So not sure if I'm going to do 4 different days this year or not, but we'll see. I'll figure it out as we go. Yeah.
One other question that we get from as long as the fire goes, some people, may not want to come down and like be around a big group of people at the fire. So we get asked a lot, are there firewood available for purchase, and can we have fires like at our site? And the answer to both those questions is yes. The only thing that we ask about, our big rule for campfires is keep them in the designated areas, and also don't bring in wood from out of state. That's just a rule, because we don't want your bugs that you're bringing in from other states.
Right.
So make sure that you have firewood that you purchase in state, or we even have a guy that runs the camp. He actually owns his own firewood business. He has his phone number posted at various places around camp. All you do is call him up. He will deliver campfire to your site. You don't even have to leave, and you get a lot more firewood from him than you would buying it at Publix or something like that.
Right. And the firewood itself, the fire rings, they're kind of sporadic, or there's not some in every area, because we're using trees that aren't, maybe there might be 3 or 4 sites that are spread out, but there's more and more
see
people
like
in the
where
middle.
the fire are there.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, you can kind of like make your own there, as long as it's not like in the middle of the road or something like that. So
Right.
it's one of those, let's use some common sense, and we should be fine.
Right. So I wonder if anybody wants to hear about the meal Saturday night.
Okay, yeah. So we have food for all the nights, but the meal that we do on Saturday night is our creme de la creme of the event. So we do Southern barbecue, and we will have 2 pit masters doing barbecue there. We have barbecue baked beans. We have cardiac-inducing mac and cheese that we've got going on. We as well as our blue cheese HangCon coleslaw that we do, which is,
I remember that last year.
You might not think you like slaw, but ours is pretty amazing. And we'll also have peach, apple, and bear scat cobbler for dessert pretty much every night. So
every night, yeah. And based on if you finish your plate, they will call for seconds.
Yes.
If
we
there's
usually
some
have
left,
seconds because I hate to waste food. So we kind of make sure that everybody gets at least one serving, and then we call up seconds so we can use up all that food. So
yeah, the cobbler was a couple times. It went to even thirds a couple times. Yeah,
we like to eat pretty good. So.
Yeah, it's great. And right there at the pavilion is also a restroom right there.
Yeah, we've got and we've got regular restrooms as well as a handicap accessible restrooms right there at the pavilion, as well as handicap accessible restrooms up at the bathhouse as well.
Okay, and just below the pavilion, like away from the entrance, you come into the pavilion, just on the backside where the vendors were last year. Is that pretty much where they're going to set up again this year?
Yeah, we're going to be
along that back road.
Yeah, along that back row, and maybe off to the other side as well, because
Okay.
the road where kind of the main vendor row was last year, the other half of that road, that's also underwater right now.
Oh,
So we're having
really?
to move some of
Okay.
the other vendors to some different places as well.
Oh,
So some little
a lot of
tweaks and
stuff.
changes here and there, but overall it'll still be
Yeah.
the same HangCon.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, that's going to be interesting to see. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Bear scat was delicious. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yeah, the mac and cheese is like no other. Yeah, I remember the blue cheese in the coleslaw. I never experienced that before,
Yeah.
but I'm a big blue cheese guy. But now carnivore, I ain't eating. Yeah. So with the registration, you said you get was part of the registering is you did get raffle tickets too with the
Yeah, so
registration.
if you pre-registered before the event,
Mhm.
the $25 that includes 5 raffle tickets into our raffle. But we also strongly encourage people. That's really how the raffle is really how we make our event happen. So the more raffle tickets that you can buy, the greater offset of the costs that we have for the
Mhm.
event. So, and as we continue to grow, which we are really, really excited about. It also increases our cost as well.
Right.
One of the things we had to purchase insurance for that field that we are using this year. So that was a few $1,000s that we haven't had to use
At
in the
expense.
past.
Yeah.
As well as some other things here and there. Like we got our own dumpster this year as well. So,
Okay.
but yeah, so buying raffle tickets is a great way for you to pick up a really great piece of gear for just a little bit of money, and it's also a great way to support our efforts as well. So,
Absolutely.
and for
Well,
all the people that have pre-registered, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We really appreciate it.
yeah, because it really gets a good, start on the count because then you can go back on years prior going, oh, yeah, we got a month to go and, there should be some more coming in. Yeah, that's great because I don't know how you figure out how much you need for for all
We're
those
just really
people.
lucky guessers.
You are. Yeah. So, yeah, let's see. I have boiled peanuts, kettle corn. Oh, okay. So Paul's going to have some of that stuff there. Freeze dried candy for sale too. Just snack on. Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, Paul's got a lot of really great things that he's using his toys that he's buying, and he's gonna have some really great things. So you definitely want to make sure you check out his booth as well.
Absolutely. All right. I think we covered everything. Maybe
All right, awesome,
any
awesome.
anything you can think of. One last thing.
No, if you have any questions between now and the event, feel free to reach out to us. Our contact information is on our website. You can find us on hangcon.com. That's our website. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram as well. We're always active on there, so feel free to shoot us a message if you got a question or just say hey. And we love chatting with you. And anything that we can do to help and encourage you to get down to HangCon, let us know what we can do.
Right. Yeah. No, AJ, thanks a lot for coming on tonight and giving everybody a good look at what's coming up. And I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Same here. Same
Yeah.
here. It's
Yeah.
always a good time to stay with you, Hunt.
Absolutely. All righty, brother. So we're going to stay on. I'm going to go ahead and let you go because you got to put that food away.
I got to put some food away.
All right. Okay, brother. Thanks a
Take
lot.
care,
We'll
guys.
see you on the 16th.
All right.
All right.
Happy hanging.
You too. See ya. All righty. So, hey guys, thanks a lot for sticking on for that. And it was to me, it was really helpful because to see what all was gonna, take place. I wanted you guys to know if you've never been to it before or you kind of were thinking about it, you were like, I don't know about it, and you have not watched the videos that we did for last year down there, but uh, this I thought would give, because some things had changed, because I didn't know about the lakes. Because I remember the layout, and I parked down at that lower parking lot, and they had said, oh, the year before, if it rains, the year before it kind of got real muddy. So that's good information to know. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody there and just being a part of this year's HangCon. So I'm going to say I was trying to focus on asking questions and looking through for questions on here, but I see a lot of you guys in here that I wanted to say hi to, but we're gonna stay on for a little bit longer. If you anybody has any questions for me, or maybe you want me to talk about the last video or where we're at. So the last video that we did was Thursday night, and that video is doing really, really good. So that was the Knocks in the Woods, which when I anticipated going out to do that camp, I had no clue that's what my night was going to be like. And there was some concern on my face, but I'm always, oh yeah, but I was actually literally a little concerned about that as well. So that was kind of a little scary, but you control your mind and have a lot of fun with it, and we got a great camp out of it. So let's see. Going to be the first. This is going to be the first year, and I am so excited. So, Rebecca, absolutely, yeah. So, I remember my first year last year. It was just, you don't know what to expect. So, hopefully tonight, having AJ on, talking about the event, answering questions, stuff like that. It'll be a lot more familiar to you knowing about it, but absolutely. It's a great crew that runs it, and a great attendance by the hammock community that's going to be there. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing everyone there. Uh, and then we got, thank you, Tony, for putting this together. And happy birthday, absolutely, to Lisa's mom. Yeah, and Chaos and I will talk to you. Yes, meeting some of y'all, and yeah, it's going to be great seeing people that I've seen last year. Now I'm gonna. Oh, speaking of, my stickers came in, so I was running low. So I've got 250 more stickers that I will be bringing down, and I'm getting the car set up. I got the inspection done the other day, got the oil changed, so things are going good. Did a little bit of shopping for myself, uh, getting stuff out of the car that I don't think I'm going to use, and then getting things in the car. And I do want to say, definitely, praying for all those that you know, January 1st and stuff, the Louisiana stuff that went on. So, my thoughts and prayers are for all the families and those affected by that. And I know you guys have been praying about that as well. So we have the storm coming through. I don't believe it's going to reach. I don't think I'm getting much snow now, or going to be getting it. I think we're just skirted a little north of it. Hopefully, everybody stays safe, and because I know there's ice out there, and if y'all have never seen Orion Hall, y'all go check him out, because he went live earlier today, giving updates on any tornadoes that were going on, and so yeah. So let's see. And we're going down here. Oh, do we got a question? Leonard saying we had our first snowstorm, half inches. Ah, yeah, we've got a lot of storm, especially that belt coming across the middle of the state. Lots of stuff going on. Hey, Dick in the Dirt, we are, hopefully you're figuring out a place, because we are going to camp together, hopefully after HangCon Rewild as well. I think he's trying to find a place for me to camp while I'm down there. So close to 20,000, Rocky Toppin says. Yeah, we are. Actually, was it Thursday night when the video came out? We were at 19,382. I haven't looked yet today. Oh, 19,783. So we're what, 217, if I got math right. 217 away from 20K. Oh, that's awesome. And Richard Doberstein, glad to see you in here because last Sunday, if you guys remember, if y'all don't mind, I'm just going to stay on and keep going here a little bit. And I do want to say welcome to anybody that has never come to a Sunday Night Live. Usually, our Sunday Night Lives, we get lot of subscribers and supporters in the channel that talk to amongst one another, and then I yap for sometimes over 2 hours, 2.5 hours. But last week I got this in the mail. I was going to open it, but we didn't have time, so because it was already getting pretty late, and I said, "Oh, do you mind if I do this next week?" And Richard said, "Absolutely, you can do it next week." So I am going to zip this open. So it's Mail Sunday. That's my stroke side there. All right. So I'm thinking I know exactly what this is because he had sent me a picture. Says, "Hey, do you have one of these?" And I was like, "No, but I might get one here eventually." But let's see. Let's see if that's that. Oh, yeah, it is. All righty. So open it down here. I got to stand up, get it out of the box. Oh, come on out of the box. So if you guys remembered, I cooked. I cooked stuff on the Little Buddy with the Little Buddy hack, and they where you pull the grate off. Oh, it's downstairs. You pull the grate off, and when you pull the grate off, I cooked on that. So I cooked cheeseburgers and what cheeseburger soup on that. And then Richard, little did I know, I've never seen this thing. Someone invented something for it. It goes, there's a little slit right there where you don't have to take the grate off. It slides in there. And then what he did is he sent it for this here is the fan that he had sent us a couple weeks ago. And so we were doing that on the Little Buddy, and it was spinning. We used this in the U-Haul camp, and then in the Hammock hot tent when we did that camp, I cooked on the Little Buddy. So it's a tray, and it'll heat up. Now I believe there's a metal clip right here. So that goes. There's little holes here, and that clamps down on it to kind of keep it secure and from not getting knocked over. Richard, thank you so much. I was going to order one, and then you said, "Oh, you got something coming." So thank you so much. What a blessing that is. I'm looking forward to using this. Uh, that's going to be a lot better than yanking that grate off every time. And with this being metal, that should heat up really, really nice as well. And then the other thing that I had, where's that? Oh, I had gotten a card in the mail from Illinois, and this was in the box came after Christmas, and I didn't get to open it until now. I thought I'd save it, so let me just open this here real quick. Opening stuff with my big old knife. So Miss 2.0 is at work tonight, and she's working tonight, and then she's going to Pittsburgh to see her mom for a couple days. Oh, look at that! I got one with the red pickup. Really, really nice. Look at that. That's beautiful. There's Mr. Santa coming. Even though it's after, I just definitely want to. Oh, Maria, thank you so much, MD Gons. So it says, I'm blessed to have crossed paths with you. Thank you for what you do. God bless you every day. Keep strong from Maria. So Merry Christmas, Tony and family, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year. And we're only 5 days into 2025. Thank you very much. And I've always loved old red pickups. So I got a card like this last year with a red pickup on it, and I just loved it. All right. So, okay, we got Anthony there. Thank you again, Maria. God bless you. Um, so let's see. I would love to meet you if you're going to be heading down 75. So I'm not sure where I'm headed down yet. So I'm still trying to make plans on what I'm doing. But Anthony, that would be awesome. I'm going to look at the map and see. I'm crinkling stuff, but I am going to be coming down because I'm not sure what the weather's going to be like over in the Appalachian mountains and stuff. What it's going to be like coming down North Carolina, South Carolina, into Georgia. So I was thinking of coming down 90 I-95, coming down that way. But I will be down there, and then I've got to come back. So maybe on the way down or the way back, maybe we can make something happen there. Um, I hope my stickers make it in time. There you go, to bring some down. Let's see. We're all rain right now. So anybody in here getting snow right now? Oh, Chris has got a question here. Tony, if you need a hot shower or anything, and you on your way down our way or on the way home, let Ed or I know. You can stop by the house. Awesome. Thank you very much. I am probably well, no, I just checked on it the other day. So when I travel, because Planet Fitness is like everywhere except for parts of California and Utah, I couldn't find any. But I do have the gold card membership, the $25 a month membership, so that I can go to Planet Fitnesses and get showers and stuff. But maybe I will take you guys up on that. Yeah. And let's see, we got that question. Let's see. Stay safe too. Thank you. Yeah, it's gonna be a long, hard drive for my girlfriend and I. Yeah, that's for me. I think it's gonna be 17 hours, I believe. And obviously, I last year I drove down in a couple days. I'm gonna take my time going down there this year. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, like I said, I want to do a night where maybe we can meet up down there, and everybody kind of would just all hang out, kind of the 2.0 crew, hang out down there at the pavilion one evening or something like that, or by the fire, or yeah, it's going to be fun. Like I said, it's really trying to figure out what's going on. Let's see, Tony Dixie Cup said she would come down to HangCon if we promised to 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 dangle her over Alligator Lake. Okay, right? No, oh, that is too cool. Exit 44 at Bucky's. Oh, 144 at Bucky's. So where am I? I am going to be stopping at Bucky. I will have to look at that exit 144. So was that 75 or 95? Because I know I'm going to be coming down. I've already looked at it. I'm going to be stopping at Florence, South Carolina. So I am going to be going down by there. But Anthony, maybe message me too as well. We'll talk. Absolutely. Kentucky almost 5 inches already. Wow. Yeah, I know that the ice is really, really bad. Okay, 75. Yeah, I'll definitely check to see where seven. I'm not. I I think that would be down if I go down 81. I think that might be over in that area a little bit. I don't know. We'll definitely check. Let's see. We got snow at least. Our roads are clear, thank goodness, but it's cold. 18 inches this, or 18 degree. Oh, 18 degrees this morning is not my idea of fun. Well, right now it's actually, what was it? Earlier, think we got a high at 25. I believe it's going to be 17 overnight, 17 or 16 overnight. And the other night while I was camping, so for me, I want to look for just a different setup while I'm down there. I'd like to try to get something a little bit different than the one wind. I'd like to start upgrading a little bit. Not that one wind isn't good, but I'd like to really, um, try to get a, you know, top quilt and that's not synthetic, or I like to get some down stuff eventually, but color scheme is going to be the idea, because color scheme for me, you guys know I'm green, OD green or shades of that, because of the type of camping I do. Wants to try to stay hidden, and a lot of quilts and things like that is bright red or orange or purple and just different designs, where that's just not, I'm not that way, um, with a lot of flashy colors. 38 overnight. Oh, in Wildwood, Florida. What? 38. It's a chilly. Yeah. So in the upper 30s, middle 30s, even low 30s, I'll be definitely fine. But like AJ said, it's definitely count on one night being cold. Let's see. From South Carolina, you'll come into Florida on 95. Yes. Bucky's in Florence. That's right, Freddie. Yeah. Oh, Freddie, happy birthday to you, buddy. Let's see. Out of the house says Kansas City is literally shut down. Interstates are closed. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's quite a bit. Anthony, God bless you, brother. Here's a little gas money. I know you're traveling a, a long way. Yeah, yeah, definitely. That is definitely a big help. And I do want to say thank you to Mary and Johnny D. Torres. They had blessed me with 20 coffees as well, and that is going to be for fuel to get down there. Absolutely. But thank you very much, Anthony. Just such a blessing. God bless you, brother. Low of 14 degrees, high of 29. Oh, wow, Leonard. That's chilly, chilly. Yeah. Yeah, we had 8 degrees the other night. Yeah, that cold spell's a dipping down. So I was a little concerned. That's why I'm kind of watching the weather, because Miss 2.0 is going to run out there with her siblings to see their mom, and going to be heading out there. And we were kind of watching where, because they're going to go out the turnpike from like Hershey area all the way over to Pittsburgh. And then our son Jonathan is in Dayton, Ohio, and he's been like, "Oh, it's pretty not bad here." It's been a mild winter because they just moved out there, and he was thinking they'd get a lot more snow and cold, and I like, "Oh, it's coming. It's definitely coming." Yes. Let's see. Wind chill. Wind chill. Oh, minus 18. Not good. God bless you, Tony, and your family. Also, have a great night. Football time, absolutely. How about the? I don't watch football, but I have friends that tell me like, "Hey, the Ravens won last night. Now I'm really happy." So I guess what, Steelers lost, because that's who they played, I believe. Yeah, you can see how much I was in here last night. I was just packing and packing because, like I said, I've got. Oh, guess what? I tested out. I got a um for the car in case I get stuck or something like that. So I've got the Blue Eddy in there, the power bank. Um, so one, I did a little research and I found an electric blanket because I know a lot of y'all had said, "Hey, you should get a." Hey, happy birthday to you too, Brian. Yeah, and I saw the big Ravens thing when you messaged me earlier on your little thumbnail thing. But happy birthday to you. He went out and had a steak tonight. So happy birthday. Yeah, lots of birthdays going on right now. I did a little bit of research and I found a very good electric blanket because a lot of people said, hey, you should get an electric blanket. But I didn't know how much power they draw. I could never find it. I go to the store and look at them, and they never tell how much they're going to draw. That's very important if you got a power bank that you don't want to run out of power while it's going. So I got it in, and it was only $29, and it's beautiful. Miss 2.0 is scared of electric blankets. I'm like, honey, come on. So I'm going to use that in the car, at least have it in a stuff sack in case I get too cold. Like say I get stuck somewhere in a snowstorm or a blizzard, uh, but I can plug that in instead of running the little buddy or something like that where I monitor it running. So I needed to find out how much power does it use because that makes all the sense in the world. So I plugged it in and I put it on 6, which is the highest setting. Uh, and it's got a timer where I can set it for 1, 2, or 3 hours. So I set it for 3 hours. I plugged it in right away. It went up to 100 watts, and then it would 110. Then it would jump to 112, and then for about 3 minutes, and then all of a sudden it wasn't drawing anything. It went to zero because once it gets to temperature, it doesn't call for energy. So I'm thinking, oh, it is pretty good. So I'm at 100% on the power bank. And in 3 hours, it was still 98%, just kicking on and off, just keeping it warm. So if that's the case, oh my goodness, it's it would last for quite a while, definitely overnight. But generally, with my top quilt and stuff there in the car, only if it gets really cold. I've been in the car at 18, like I get a little chilly at 18, and then I kick the little buddy on for a minute and then turn it off. But the one thing you got to lay there, I stay awake because I don't want to roll and get something to bump the fire and end up catching on fire, which not be good. So yeah, so with that, I was really impressed. So I went ahead and put it on my Amazon SUV tab in the store. So let's see. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, the steak dinner was delicious. Had blueberry and lemon cheesecake for dessert. Also, oh, that is awesome. Yeah, yeah. Making me hungry saying steak. So right before I ran Miss 2.0 with coffee, I came back here quick and I cooked real fast. I just took hamburger meat and threw cream cheese in with it and just stirred it up real good, salted it. And that's what they're having for dinner tonight. And I'm going to go have a little bit of that too. So Emma went by earlier, right before I went live, and she goes, "Oh my goodness, this season's so incredible! What is this? Is that the cheeseburger soup you made?" And I was like, "Nope, not this time. I didn't put any heavy cream in it. I just did hamburger and cream cheese. That was it. Yeah, a little salt. Very good. All right. So, yep. Happy birthday! Yes, Leonard, eat watermelon with mustard on it. Oh, there you go. uh, Happy birthday, Skeeter. What? Skeeter, it's your birthday too? Did I miss something? I gotta go back up here. Oh, Darlene. Hey, Darlene. I'm jumping over stuff. I apologize. Do you have a brush and ice scraper? Yes, I do, Darlene. In fact, I have the brush and the ice scraper in the car. I took it out a couple days ago to make sure Lisa has one in her car. I didn't know if she did or not because that's the I wanted to get that in her car because usually I clean off both cars. So I wanted to put it in her car because she's going to be driving down to um, Nick's down to Hershey, and then they're going to drive out to Pittsburgh. So I have a small handheld one for the car. But thank you, Darlene. How are you doing tonight? I saw you in here earlier. I've seen everybody going by. But yeah. So what did you guys think? Did you like the visit with AJ and giving some insight? Oh, there we go. Hey, Maria, how you doing? Time for me to leave. Oh, I'm glad I opened the card before you left. Thank you so much, Maria, for that card. What a blessing. Thank you so much. God bless everyone. Safe travels, everyone, and have a great week. And you have an awesome week, too. Take care. Good night. Yeah, yeah. I'm working on getting back to carnivore. Absolutely. Yeah. I know Miss 2.0 is going to go carnivore too, but they're having their birthday Christmas get together. The family Christmas get together is the 11th. It got moved because everybody's schedules, and they said, "Oh, let's." Everybody was good for the 11th, with the exception of me. So they're going to do that on the 11th. Lisa will be back from Pittsburgh, and then they'll get together and do their Christmas. Why did I say all that? I forget. Oh, so Lisa said, I'm going to do carnivore after the 11th. She already watches what she eats. She tries to do as close to carnivore as possible. Oh, hey, Backpack and Bible. How are you doing, Holly? So, Tony, you have inspired me with the car camping. This year I did a road trip to Utah and then a trip with my grandson um, to New Hampshire. Wow. And one additional trip to Maine. Yeah. So I was just talking to a friend today, because I'm thinking I might be gone anywhere from 25 to 30 days. And so amazing when you sleep in your car and you cook out of your car and you do all that out of the car. You're not paying for hotels. You're not, and I do the like I said, Planet Fitness. It's $25 a month for your showers. You can use a facility, use a massage chair, the massage chair. Use your black card member, I guess they call it, or I forget what they call it, but it's way cheaper to go to Planet Fitness than it is to stop at like a truck stop, like a travel truck stop. I think one shower is like 17 or $18 for a shower. And here you can get a shower a day at Planet Fitness, and you can work out too if you want to. uh, Great, super informative live with Phoenix. Yeah, and super awesome wife and Dick and Dirt. You guys are volunteering this year. Thank you very much for doing that. Yeah, that's great. So I guess Terry will be DJing with his DJ equipment a little bit down there this year. I know he brought it over last year and it was really good. You could hear what people were saying. Uh, is Miss 2.0 going with you? Because I sure hope so. No, she's not. She's not going to be going. She doesn't. She is a nurse, so she really can't get away like that. And I'm going to be filming, so I'm going to be doing a lot of filming, hopefully a lot. And I hope to have at least 7, maybe 8 videos. By the time I get back, which would be really awesome. But if I only get 5, then it's just gonna. I'm not gonna stress over. I don't stress very very often at all. I get anxious about getting going. Like now, I'm like, oh my gosh, do I have everything? And because I don't want to forget anything because I do have multiple camps that I'm thinking, well, if we do this scenario or that scenario, and everything's up in the air, and that's why the channel's called Random Adventures. Yeah, because it's random. Yes, Terry will be there. Perfect. Oh, I just clicked clicked on the wrong one. Yes, I loved the podcast. It was awesome with AJ. Awesome, awesome. Thank you. SAW and D. I just I was just looking for a I pooped today. Oh, right. Remember Terry had that shirt on last year. Yeah, he says, I pooped today. Why does Tony skip my posts? Stitch says over there. Wait, I got two things open different places. Because I'm jumping around. Does that say that? Uh, Darn tootin'. Oh, there it is. Why does Tony skip my posts? Are you in there? Up here, maybe. How do you? Because you talk to everybody. And I don't know if you're talking to me or not. I'm working on. I'm working to vegan. I miss stuff. And then it takes me a while because I stop talking and I can't figure out what I'm saying. Best shirt ever. Awesome. He says, yeah. Yeah, Ed, I don't know if he is coming or not. Dick in the dirt might know. Yeah, I know last year when I was down there, I wanted to meet him, but he was up in another state. You know, he does the train hopping and stuff, and I didn't even take a drink of this. Yum. So and salute. So I've got so much stuff. So I did have part of the backpack packed because I'm taking my backpack and stuff with all of my hammock stuff in there. But then there's different ways that I'm going to cook down there. I've got the scuttle; it's all packed away, and that was the gift from Stitch last year. Squirrel time, and I got my Stitch. Bring your squirrel shirt. I got mine. I'm going to be wearing it. My squirrel shirt. Minor squirrel warning. Yeah. Let's. Yeah. Dick's Cup squirrel time. Let's see. Honestly, I haven't heard. There we go. But I don't think so. He was just in California, and I'm not sure if he's still there. Yeah, I'm not sure. But it would be great to meet him. Really great to meet everybody down there. Yeah. So, like I said, you know where I'll be at HangCon. So if you're from the area and you want to come, is always on my mind. Yeah. So, and if you want to come by and see anybody and kind of hang out, you can come for just one day. You don't have to stay the whole day. I had a couple of people last year, subscribers, that just came just to say hi, which was really awesome, and just walk around a little bit. Really, really lots of fun. Alrighty. Well, we are on for an hour and 42 minutes. And like I said, I've got to get packed. I still got to get the car ready. I got to get my water jug out there. But the only problem, it's in there now. I brought it in just so it doesn't freeze. But I got to get it back in the car because I'm taking 5 gallons of water down with me just so I have it while I'm traveling. Yeah, let's see. What else? I don't know. What else? And I want to eat. A few close one, right? Yeah. Perfect Stitch. Oh, I saw it. Let's see. We'll message Gravedigger to find out. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think he would really enjoy it. I don't know. I think he definitely would. All right. Yeah. So I should move this over so I can see. Oh, no, stop now. There we go. I can see better now. All right. So, any last questions for me, or anything you want to know about the last camp that we did? Shoot away with any questions, and I'll make sure I grab it here. No, where I will camp, but it will be probably between two trees, right? Happy hanging. Be safe. Have fun. And Holly's a big hammock. Did the whole Appalachian Trail hammock camping. Yeah. I am doing good today, Skeeter. Uh, hang hang with us, Daniel. Yes, yeah, we got to figure out where we're gonna go because when he said that there's water down on that lower part and also behind the vendors, I don't know if you guys remember last year, but right behind where the vendors were, it was woods and stuff, but it was like swampy. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that Helene changed things down there, and some of them. Well, in video number 4 of HangCon last year, and if you want to see what HangCon is like, if you go onto my channel and search up in the search bar, just type in HangCon, and there's 4 videos last year from HangCon. I did one each day for HangCon. But yeah. Do you think you'll go camping again where the knocks were? Yeah, I definitely will. And I do have uh, goggles. I did a video on those a long time ago, but I don't ever take them with me camping because I'm like, I'm not going to see anything at night or anything like that. But I was wishing a lot of people said, oh, you should have the infrared goggles with you. It's just hard to pack everything when you go. And if I had taken them, maybe there wouldn't have been. But the knocking was far enough away that even because someone said you should have a brighter light, I was using the headlamp, which is pretty bright, but once you see the woods, it's hard for unless it's a very direct light. But that goes start from where I was camped. There's a slow grate that goes up, slow. It just kind of up, and it was up in quite a bit. Yeah, up in um, maybe 50 yards or so. So even a flashlight, or even I don't even think the infrared, but I did hear steps. Yeah, that's what was crazy about it. Then I heard knocking over there. And so, like I said, I was really, really working with my mind and stuff. But I've never heard that. Doesn't even sound like it. It was such a hollow, solid, hollow. If that makes any sense, it was just a really, really different noise. It was crazy different noise. Yeah, you had HangCon. Absolutely. My wife and I would like to meet you at HangCon. We live there. Oh, so if you want to have a guided tour, we can help you out. Oh, awesome. Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. Thank you very much. Too many toys. Yeah. All righty. Let's see. Sasquatch was near. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it was just really, really different. Like I said, I've been in the woods for 3 years, not hearing any sound like that at all. And the last time that I heard something, I talked about it before when I was out at the cemetery, my first cemetery camp. I heard that crack in the woods. So, and then nothing to follow, like crack, something breaks through or flying through the trees, nothing. This was way different than that. They say don't knock back. I was going to go, who's there? Knock, knock. Who's there? Big. Big who? Big Footo. Let's see. Floridians. Temps will be cold for Floridians. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I was thinking of that. Uh, could be deer rubs. That definitely wasn't. Oh, maybe that's not for me. But yeah, this. Yeah, I know when two buck are fighting. You and then rattle their things. No, this was simultaneously bang, 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 and they were timed. So I was thinking that the tree was going bang, 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 but even as hard as the wind was up a little higher on the mountain, I'm thinking it would blow back, bang, bang. That's what I was telling myself, but it was too consistent. Um, the volume of it. If you got a branch here and here, it's like bang, bang. It's got to swing back and get enough force to make it that loud. And you guys can hear it a little bit on the video. I think. Wish I'd have got the first three. Yeah. First, I was like, oh, what's that? Yeah. Let's see. What is it? I can't see what those are. It's so small on here. Like, is that a gorilla? I can't tell. I think it is a gorilla. Bigfoot alert, right? Okay. Yeah. Ah, look up dunk hunt, duck, dunk, dunk, D-U-N-K, hunting Jim Ross, A-T-L. Is that duck or dunk? Armadillos sound like, oh, they're gorillas. Armadillos sound like Sasquatch? Okay. I'd like to see an armadillo sometime. Like I say, if there's a 14-foot gator down there, I might get to see a gator because you guys know I've been wanting to see a gator. I want to camp with a gator. Well, near a gator. Kind of gate. I don't know yet. All right. Well, if anybody doesn't have any more questions, I think we're almost at 2 hours. So should we call it at 2 hours? We still got 53 people watching. Anything else that you guys want to know? They are super noisy in the woods. Armadillos. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are going on a trip soon, right? For to Alaska. Let's see. All right. So y'all packed up, Stitch? Yeah, I remember you saying about that, Skeeter. Yeah, Alaska. Woohoo! That's gonna be fun. Yeah. So let's see. Yes, in April. It's just around the corner. April. April will be here before we know it. It's already January. Yeah. Let's see. And then we got lots of stuff. So I don't have any video for next week, next Thursday. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. I won't have time to go out and do a video. Plus, it's like super, super cold. And then with the storms and stuff and me getting ready, at least not being here, different things. I figured I wasn't going to go camping this week. Just get everything ready to go so that I can get down there, get on the road, and do my camps out along the way. So where is the live going to be? So next Sunday. What is next Sunday? Next Sunday. Next Sunday. Next Sunday. I got to look at the calendar. Where would I be? What date is next Sunday? Next, because it'd be 7 days from now. So like the 12th or 13th. I'm not sure where I'll be. So I do have a camp planned for the 14th, filming on the 14th into the 15th, and that okay the 12th. I'm not sure yet, darling. And Dixie Cup, I'm really have not sure yet. Like I said, I have no clue where I'm going or doing anything. Tony, are you going live during HangCon? So I, Stitch and I were going to do live on Monday, the 21st. Would that be Monday? Monday the 21st. whatever Monday is. So instead of Sunday Night Live, it's going to be Monday. You're saying something about a meetup at Columbus in June. Yeah. So it's going to be, I don't know with HangCon. I will try maybe to do some stuff at HangCon. It's just not sure the reception. That's the tough part. I don't know. Uh, UGQ, I know he went live there couple times for his show. I might try to go live just to walk you guys around a little bit, maybe one day or something. But I really got it's all going to determine on bandwidth and whether or not I can. A lot of people there are going to be on their internet, and so I don't have a satellite link or anything like that. So really not sure how or what it's going to happen. So yes, Knoebels Grove will be in June sometime. The closer we get to it, well, as soon as I know that I can get into the office and talk to them. I want to get something set up more closer to that. Alligators still reach you in a hammock. Yeah, I know, right? Are you going to have W? Let's see. Not sure what that is. Are you going to have W? Maybe type the rest of that out. Let's see. Monday the 20th. Okay, Monday the 20th. Yeah, so Stitch and I are going to be doing that on Monday the 20th. Are you going to have merchandise at HangCon? No. So no, so that would be too hard for me to do. To have merch there. I thought of getting hats, these hats, because these aren't available anywhere. I'd get these ones made. I only have a couple of them because they're expensive. This is my legacy hat, which was my favorite hat. And Adam for HG hammock gear. When I sat down to interview him last year, I sat down. First thing it was like, uh, "You have merchandise?" Yeah, I have merchandise, but not with me. Uh, oh, question mark. You have merchandise. So my merchandise is on the description of every video. You can go to get T-shirts and hats and stickers, but I will have free stuff, stickers, to give away while I'm down there. Uh, as far as hat, yeah, yeah, you have one of those hats which you wore during our camp together. So I get these made. I buy the hats and they're like eight, $19, and I get these, and then I get the local guy to stitch them. Not stitch, but I designed that. He stitches them roughly around $7 for that embroidery on there. And then I do, if I do this to mine, I stress it out. So even if I were to try to ship a hat, oh my goodness, it's like almost 20 for the hat. And then the stitching, it's like a $27 hat. And then I've been running around getting all of it done. So I just grab a couple and I save them for special occasions. But someone's like, "Oh, you should sell the hats." I would love to, but that'd be an expensive hat. Yeah. So I do have stuff on the merch shop under the every video. I have an inferior legacy cap. Yeah, it doesn't say RA 2.0. Oh well, let's see. Yeah, yeah. So with oh, you're welcome. You got your stickers. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yeah. So yeah. As long as the stickers get here in time. Yeah. So there's a lot of people bringing stickers and channel stickers. I know Rewilds, he'll have stickers. He had buttons last year. He had some buttons. Am I good down to the bottom? If I was saying something and talking, I forget what it was. Okie dokie. Yeah. So like I said, this is special design. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, and I got Stitch. I got good clothes coming because Stitch says make sure you bring a good shirt because we're going out to dinner. So we're gonna go out to dinner before the live Monday. Forgetful DM. You pay thir- 35 or $40 for a legacy hat in black. Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to because I looked at people were looking for me because I could not find the legacy hat because original camp hat. That's how I fell in love with legacy hats. Is camp hat was a hat that I bought when I first started the channel. We were down at Ocean City and I saw these hats. I was like, "Ooh, I'm getting that hat," and because I put it on and it felt so good, and because it's floppy and the colors aren't the same. This got a little darker, and I can't find that darker color. Yeah, but this says a perfect storm on it. It was from like a clothing surf shop on the boardwalk. I went back later after Bear chewed it up. We had gone to Ocean City again. I couldn't find it. They didn't have these anymore, and they didn't have legacy hats anymore. So there was people that were trying to find me the legacy hat and going online and stuff, just trying to get me a perfect storm legacy hat because this was in a lot of my videos. And then I went with other hats. I bought a different one down there. But the difference is, this is extra floppy because it's chewed. But you can see there how floppy that is. Flop. It's not like mesh hats that are like real starched out. I mean, these are very very soft and just real soft. Yeah, nice. So I like this hat and I love the way they fit. So yeah, I looked on Amazon for a long time and finally I found it on Amazon because they didn't have them. Then all of a sudden they had them. Squirrel, major squirrel warning. Uh, that's what makes it fun, Dixie Cup, right? So I got them in and I went down to our local embroiderer shop. I'd love to get I'd love to get this on a shirt, or maybe on a hat, that design or something like that. That's pretty cool. But I went down there and drew this on a piece of paper, and he goes, "Oh, let me see what we can do," and did that. So yeah, it's a good thing. Reel him back, Dixie. Yep. He's not listening to me. Poor darling. Wait. What did y'all say? Uh, you are ignoring me. No, I'm not. What am I doing? I'm talking. How far up do I have to go? Give me a time. Or major warning. You have merchandise. Let's see. Hey, I have one of those hats. Then I get to talking. Let's see. Finally got some stickers. What am I missing? I have an inferior legacy. Awesome. I'm going down. You can go ahead and you can go ahead and stitch, right? What am I missing? Am I missing more? 100 of each channel. Let's see, 35 to 40. That happens, but it's okay. I see the arrows. Uh, are you ignoring me? Nope. Laugh out loud. Uh, yeah, the arrows help me a lot. Welcome to the club, right? Um, Major squirrel warning. Okay. Uh, reel them in. Missiles are squirrel. Too late. Save yourself. And poor Stitch, he's been ignored all night. Yeah, I in the beginning I said I wasn't going to talk too much in the chat like normal. I was going to just work on the HangCon stuff. Uh, yeah. Let's see. All right, Majestic Hammock. Yeah, looking forward to checking. Now, I I'll have to look because I'm looking for something OD green, and I thought I was on your site the other day and looking. Yeah, I'm looking for like I want to stay in that color scheme, for my camping and stuff. But definitely want to check things out. Yeah. Oh, squirrels. Sorry, a lot of squirrels. I gotta talk. Hey, Drew, how you doing? Is coffee your official beverage or choice for Sunday Night Live? Can you drink a regular coffee this late? Yeah, believe it or not, I can. But this isn't coffee in here. This is water. This is actually, usually I do. Like this is what I had earlier. Big coffee. I had two of those earlier, but I know probably a lot of squirrels up on the thing. But what I've got in that cup is this. So I'm having a lemon lime stir. It is a for hydration. I'm trying to hydrate up a little bit. Squirrels, get all them squirrels. Thanks for being here, Corey. Absolutely, Corey. Thank you so much. Yeah, looking forward to seeing you. Let's see. I've got news for you. Olive Travis. It's not a color scheme. Hey, I was at REI. Squirrel. I was at REI the other day. I ran down there because I needed to get a couple things, and and so my color scheme. I had to pick up another pair of pants. I've got my clothes all packed, but the green pants that I have, even I've gotten several sets of my green pants, but they keep making them darker and darker, and I can't find the same green. It's like they change them up all the time because I get the REI zip off pants. Yeah. Olive drab is the best way to blend in. Yeah. I don't encourage him. Right? I like that color, Stitch. I do. Hey, thank you, awesome wife. Yeah. Let's see. Drive is not a color scheme, right? I was just playing on words, Tony. Said Stitch, you are adorable as ever. Olive drab is all the rage, right? Just about everything I have is that color. Like it, I don't really have anything that's not that color. Looks like we're in for a cold winter. Says you two, YouTube lemons. Yeah, we're supposed to get two um, troughs. Now I don't know if what is it called, polar vortexes. The one now I haven't heard like my stuff doesn't go out far enough yet to hear what it's going to be doing down there in Florida, but I'm really hoping it's. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's going to be so nice in Florida. You're going to Florida." I'm like, and yeah, going, but I don't think it's going to be that warm. I know one day last year we walked around in t-shirts and it was pretty warm. Then it did rain, and I know Stitch hung out by anybody that had a fire. That's where you could find Stitch. He was cold the one day, even it was because it's a damp cold. Not like the dry cold out in Colorado where he's coming from. It's a damp cold. Want to order a hammock from Corey? You should pick something fun. Pick something fun. Yeah, I saw he's got a lot of fun stuff. Yeah, but I can't hide in fun. People are gonna go, maybe camo. I don't know. I'll see. Unless I get one that I only take when I'm not stealth camping. But everybody likes my stealth campy camps. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, minus 20 degrees Celsius. I'm not liking it. Yeah, I don't like the cold. And I can keep getting colder and colder. This is true. The Colorado boy froze is behind off. I know you were hanging out down there by the fire quite a bit. Yeah, we're bringing 2 fire pits and propane heaters. Okay, yeah, and that's the thing I was gonna say. Like somebody said, texted me the other day and said, "Oh, it's supposed to get down to like in the 40s down here at night. So make sure you're prepared." And I'm like, I'm loving it when it's 40. If I know it's going to be a 40 night, 40-degree Fahrenheit night, I'm like, ooh, I'm going camping. It's when it gets down to 30ish or lower is when I'm like, my hands cold. But 40 should be good. But like I said, it's going to be and it is a damp cold down there. It's a different cold. But yeah, it should be good. Your right hand. Yeah, you have been doing a great so far. I'm proud of you. Well, thank you very much, Darlene. That's just ooh, that's fast. It's kind of straight in there too. And I've been stepping into the car with my right leg. I still sit down and then have to lift it in, but I've been working on stepping in. And I'm thinking because I'm leaning like that, I affected my back a little bit. So I've been kind of gauging that and working on that kind of function. I will be bringing my leg brace down. I just super glued it to the strap on so the strap's not going to lose it because I don't want to. I want to be able to walk around a good bit down there. So definitely going to be bringing the leg brace with me. Remember the video? Oh wait. Speaking of weather, bad ice storm over in Evansville, Indiana. Reports of trees falling due to the ice. Yeah, they're saying really heavy ice. Um, through there in different areas. Like I said, I was watching Ryan Hall, y'all. I was watching him earlier. And he's live. I think he's going to be like from 12 to 12, midnight to noon to midnight. He was saying about being on. Remember the video of the winter camping in the freezing rain wearing the frog togs, yeah. You slept in the hammock, no wood stove or anything. Yeah, that everybody said, man, you look like you were really miserable in that, and I was. That was a really cold camp. It was where it's changing over between rain and stuff, and snow. Yeah, you know the movie theater the drive-in movie theater. In the one video, I said, "Hey, looks like they're doing something up here. They're knocking down all the trees stuff." Yeah, they're putting in solar panels, whole field of solar panels up on the mountain. That mountain gets snow all the time. Huh? I don't know. Anyhow, it took away my camping spot. Let's see. JP says, only good thing about camping in the cold, no bugs, ticks, or snakes, right? Found your bridge stay. Found your bridge stay at Knoebels, PA. Yeah. Knoebels. That's where I did a under the bridge hammock, um, under the old covered bridge, out the road a little ways past the parking area. There's a road that turns down. Went under there. Made those cheeseburgers on the waffle bun. It's gonna be in the low 40s. Low 40s at night. Okay. I'm in my hammock at night, SAW, so that's fine, right? Um, hey, Donald. How you doing, Donald? Mike Gideon. How are the bugs at that temperature? Let's see. S2, we're under the quilts. Top blankets are blood's thin. Laugh out loud. Solar panel filled stealth camp. Yeah, they got it all fenced in, though, Majestic Hammock. All fenced in. Yeah, because I've already walked around it and looked. Yeah, while they were working on it. But the workers are there. The gate's open. The workers aren't there. The gate's closed. Yeah. Yeah, because I used to sell solar, but I would stop by all the time and help install it as well. So very familiar with the ground mounts, and there's some great places to be able to tie a hammock off. Yeah, there is one place that I know of that I could do something, but it'd have to be. I'll have to think about that one. Oh, excuse me. Oh, how many people are going to yawn right now? Just saying the word yawn. Yawn. So, Stitch, no bugs when it's that cold, but we're bringing our thermocell just in case. So, we'll be good. Yeah. So, a lot of people, I know bugs don't bother me because my blood is AB positive. Right, Stitch? Yeah. Um, Yeah, I know. I hate fences too. Hey, Greg, how are you doing? Hello, Tony and our A 2.0 friends. Um, let's see. I'll bring my hammock net. Yeah, yeah, definitely bring a hammock net though. Because you never know, we might get a quick warm up, and it just comes out. Daniel, Hammock Mountain. What hammock are you bringing? Are you going to bring your chameleon? Oh, did we go over two? Yeah, we did. 2 hours and 17 minutes. Okay, what is it? 9:17. So I'm before we switched back to 7 o'clock, I was, we used to go and I would be like, oh, it's almost 10 o'clock. Miss 2.0 is getting off work right now. So we got yeah, I'll have the chameleon with me. Perfect. Yeah. I don't know what to say. All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think it's about time to go. We've got 49 people watching. I've got a lot of stuff to do. Mm. Let me show you this real quick. Because if you're not down there, you won't see it. But so this is some of how I'm filming things. So this is the Osmo Pocket 3. And then right here is a thing for my phone because there's an app on the phone that I can control my phone. So I've got this, and this is a 360 pole. So when you see me getting a lot of those real high shots, and on the bottom here, that fits into the tripod. So whenever you saw me doing things like laying in the hammock, and you see the Osmo Pocket 3 up real high, that's on the tripod, and it's extended real high. I figured give you guys a little behind the scene. So, but my idea is, I have the tripod and stuff, but I do use the phone. so I can control the Osmo Pocket 3, like get the shot and then hit record on the phone, but I just can't look down here. I got to make sure I'm looking at that, but I can turn it on and off here or adjust things with it. So I'm going to be working on that, getting that. I got that all set up last night like that because I had it switched around. It was too high and it was making me look there, this rather than here. So you'll see me walking around doing stuff with this. This is part of that, uh, you know, setup that I'm making and working on. Alrighty. Have a great night and week, says Leonard. Hey, Tall Tree, how are you doing? Yeah, good night, 2.0 peoples. Let's see. I may bring my Hennessy in case someone needs a place to sleep. Yeah, that would be awesome. Daniel says they ain't many places to hang to begin with, but you're welcome to bring it. Let's see. Have a great night in the week, says Leonard. I'll probably gonna drive my truck and bring my hitch stand. There you go. So that's what I was wondering. I should have asked him, like with that, can you have the truck at there, or does everybody have to park up in the parking area? That's what I'm not sure. I should have asked AJ. I'm bringing my Yobo stand. Yeah. Hey, M&T, how are you doing? I hope you all are doing very good. We're going to be down your area. Yeah. Bye, Richard. And thank you very much again for that gift. I will definitely be using that. Gonna see it on a video. Let's see. Yep. There's M&T, good friends with Stitch. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, good night and safe travels and happy birthday to you again. Mario. Oh, they're jumping so fast. Very good video. Thanks. This has a park in the parking. He, wait, he has to park in the parking area, Tony. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm going to put blinking LEDs on the drone and fly over the camping area at night. Yeah, there you go, Richard. That would be funny. I'm back in a minute. All right, wait. I'm back for a minute. They won't let you park in the campground unless you reserved an RV spot, right? Hey, Steve, how you doing? Tony, we got big snow coming. Have you ever camped in an igloo? No, I have never camped in an igloo, Steve. That would be pretty awesome. As a kid, good for you when you come into the area. I'll answer that in a second. Um, so when I was a kid, my parents, when we lived in Maryland, or no, we were in Virginia. It was a big snowstorm, and all the adults came down. We lived in an apartment complex, a lot of military in that area, and they all got together and built an igloo for us kids, and we would crawl in it. I was little. I was oh maybe first grade, maybe kindergarten. Yeah. M&T, we are going to be in the area on the 16th. I'm actually might be in the area by the 10th, 11th. Not sure yet, but we're coming down for the big hammock event. 16th, and so I pick Stitch up on morning of the 16th, and then we head up to Brooksville. Yeah, it's cold in Florida right now. Yeah. There's them saying hi to everyone. All right. Well, okay. It is almost two 2.5 hours. I figured something out. Yeah. Daniel, yes. We have 4 inch and 5 inches of snow in Kentucky right now. What? Yeah. Great live, Tony. See ya and Stitch in less than 2 weeks. That's right, 11 days after midnight. Just 11 days. It's coming quick. All right, everyone. Well, thanks a lot for staying tuned, and thanks a lot for participating earlier on when we had AJ there. So, like I said, if you are thinking about still going, there's still time to get registered for HangCon. Hey, Robert Bell. All right. Good night, everyone. Good night, Mary. Good night, Johnny. I know you guys are in here. All right. Tall trees. You got 6 inches in Ohio. Wow. Okay. Jackie plus everything. Good night. Good night. Good night, Mary. There you are. All right. And let's see. M&T. Good night. Good night. Charlie and Ashley. Good evening. Alrighty. So, well, you guys have a great one, and we will see you. Definitely pray for my travel mercies. All right. Good night, Dixie Cup. Good night, Darlene. Good night, Stitch. Pray for travel mercies for all those that are traveling and going there, and anybody that actually is going to be driving over the next couple of days. And if they're in any areas that are getting bad weather, definitely be praying for you. Hey, Sky Talker, how you doing? Good night. Good night. All right. And there's Johnny. There's Johnny. Good night, Daniel. All right. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, you guys take care, and we will see you. Let's see next time. I don't know where I'll be, but next Sunday we'll be somewhere. All right. Good night, Jeremy. Okay. Happy New Year to you too. God bless and stay safe, everyone. Having a happy, amazing week, and we will catch you next Sunday. But maybe I'll do something before. I don't know. Okay. See ya.